So the question is, what drives the value of your company? What makes a buyer pay an 8 times or a 10 times multiple rather than a 4 or 5 times multiple? And that's where we come into play, so to say.
So yeah, I mean, you posed the question, I want an answer. So how can I increase the value of my company? What's making my company more valuable if I have a professional service firm?
The good news is there's a lot you can do. So you've probably heard of many aspects that a buyer looks at clients, client retention, growth, financial figures. They look at your contracts, etc. But if you want to break it down, you can break it down at 3 factors, and that's what every buyer would look at in the end. So they would look at what cash flow can I generate from the company in the future, not in the past. So what cash flow can I generate in the future? What is the growth of it? And how stable is it? It's that easy. It's these 3 things. So if a buyer asks you about the business model, it's how do you generate cash flow in the future? If a buyer asks you about how is your organization set up, it's probably about growth. And if he asks you about your contracts, if he sends in a lawyer that looks at your contracts, it's probably he wants to check on the stability of the business. So don't be angry if they send in the lawyers. They just check your stability of the business, and if it's good, they're ready to pay a higher multiple. So that's the formula where you can bring back everything onto, and then there's a lot of things you can do to increase these 3 factors.